Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner, and today I have Johnathan-Cole Andrews with us. He is an Upstate Dragon defensive back. So welcome to the show, Jonathan.
Hey, Tyler. What's going on? Glad to be here. Honored to be here.
Thanks for joining us, man. And we'll dive right in. The first question I have for you is, what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Well, I think the best story of my life has an underlying message. It has to be about the mindset I had going into playing college football. So a goal of mine has been to play in the NFL since I was 8 years old. In fact, in one of my freshman success classes in college during my freshman year, I told the entire class that I was going to the NFL. I honestly told a lot of people, and I was really in for a surprise. But anyway, I get to school, and it's not the same vibe and energy that I got from the coaches on my visit. So I was kind of in a culture shock. Because prior to me going to Newberry, I had no prior knowledge or understanding of what I was getting myself into. So fast forward, once I got familiar with the student-athlete routine, I kind of got comfortable, and I began to let outside distractions affect my initial focus, which is football. By doing so, I kind of allowed myself to let go of something that I had been my heartbeat for so many years. So long story short, I decided to leave football. I left the football team in the winter of my sophomore year to pursue being a professional. So things worked out, but it made me realize that regardless of whatever I pursued in this life, it would take time and determination to reach the highest level. So once I sustained this understanding, I thought to myself, why in the hell am I not focusing all my energy into my first ever goal and taking whatever obstacles or dues that comes with it? And why am I not making it eternally true about myself and my life? So the message from that story is simple. Understand what you want clearly, and then from then on, work towards it with every ounce of energy inside of you. Fall in love with what comes with your journey and embody greatness.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. That's incredible, man. And what's the most valuable piece of information that we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
So the most valuable information that I can share in my industry and expertise is the understanding of the quality and the foundation overall quantity. So simply because you can have a drink that, let's say you have a drink, right, in 25 stores, you might only make 25,000. Or compared to if you had 4 stores and you make $1 million. It just kind of seems that commercial success seems to be everyone's aiming point, but the focus on building the foundation with the product or service that could sell itself is the home run on my score sheet.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
My best overall business advice would have to be make sure everyone around you is working, period.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Slow down, my guy. Trust the process. And most importantly, if you stand for something, you will not fall for anything. So understand your purpose, and no other distraction can deter you.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
This is a great question. I love this question. So in my opinion, the key to happiness is finding your balance, letting go of all doubt, embracing who you truly are, allowing yourself to be free of all expectation, understanding that you decide what eternally is true about yourself, and understand that you deserve peace, point blank.
And what's the best book you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
The best book I read was The Power of Broke by Damon John. Shout out to Damon John. If you hear this, I love The Power of Broke. That is a great book. And basically, it's my favorite book because it lets you know, it puts you in a perspective. It gives you a different mindset that your current financial situation doesn't affect your desire to be successful. Your creativity and ability to think outside of the box is your competitive advantage. So yes. If you haven't read Power of Broke by Damon John, go get that.
And what's your favorite quote and why?
Okay, Tyler. I hope this is like the first time somebody's ever used this kind of quote before. So my favorite quote is, "I got the code, I got the remedy. I'm doing this for infinity." And Future Hendrix said that. He's a rap artist, and it's my favorite quote because I interpret it this way. To me, he's saying that he has mastered his craft from every angle, therefore he can do it forever.
Yes, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. So much value in this episode. The last question I have before we let you go is, what is, or where's the best place for people to find you online?
Okay, so the best place for people to find me online is bonitastea.com. Bonita, BONITASTEA.com.
Perfect. Thank you again.
Under the contact tab, leave a comment, and I always respond. I read all the comments. So it's bonitastea.com under the contact tab.
Perfect. Thanks again, man. We really appreciate you coming on.
Of course, man. Thank you, Tyler.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.